now live. Alright. What's going on, everyone? Ray Diaz here from Pro-string once again. At it again. Once again. At it again. Yeah, it's getting a bit late at night. We're still in lockdown in London. But it's obviously killed most people's business, especially small companies like us, like Pro-string. But I just changed a set of grommets, which I did make a video of on YouTube and Instagram Live on the Pro-string Instagram page. But I can only do one live story a day, I believe. So yeah, this is the Babolat Pure Strike 1619 305 grams 98 square inch. I just changed the grommets in it, like I was just saying. Now it's ready to be restrung. So we're just setting the racket on, or mounting the racket on the machine. The machine is a Wilson Biardo, for your information, for those that might be watching. And we're going to string this racket at 55 pounds with, oh dear, where's the string? With Pro-string Nemesis. 1 second, guys, bear with me. Sorry about that, but we will be using this string. ¿Qué pasa, Chris? Pro-string Nemesis. Lebas, what's up? Yeah, that's Chris. Sorry guys, I'm changing into Spanish mode sometimes, depending on who's watching on Instagram. An old friend of mine, Christina, just saying, she speaks English too, I know she does, although she may choose not to. She remembers me stringing rackets at the tennis club or wherever it might have been at the age of 15 or 16. That was some time ago. I am now only 13 now. I'm now only 33 years young. Oh dear. That's half of my life, Christina. Pablos. Yes. Pablos, my good Greek friend from New York. I know he's got nothing else to do, so he watches me stringing. You missed me yesterday, bro. And you just missed me a little while ago on Pro-string. I just did a little tutorial, or whatever you want to call it. I guess tutorial is the best way to call it, on how to change the grommets and change the grommets of this racket, this specific racket. You can see today, Pablos, I'm learning. I've put the camera in facing the right way this time, as in like selfie mode. So now whenever you write anything, I can see it. I'm just so intelligent. All right, guys. So this is a 1619 racket stringing pattern. 16 on the mains, which means 8 on each side. We've already have 2 strings through, 1 on each side, which I counted 7. So we're stringing at 55 pounds with Pro-string Nemesis, like I mentioned. Just to show it again, there it is, our top seller. A lot of people have been changing from Luxilon Alu Power, believe it or not, but not as many as RPM Blast. Everybody, and I've got almost 2,000 clients roughly from just stringing in about 21 months now since Pro-strings existed. And I've had this string, we've been producing our own string from or co-polyester strings, at least in Germany, since I want to say July, August last year, when we started testing strings out, etc. So this string, many people, I think one person out of maybe 40 or 50 people, 30, 40, I've got to say at least 30, 40 people have changed from babolat RPM Blast to our Pro-string Nemesis. We carry it in 3 different thicknesses, 125, 130 and 135 millimeters. And I did say in my last tutorial that when you change grommets, it's best to always go up a kilo, just to be on the safe side, because there can be a little bit of tension loss. So I have done so, and we're stringing at 57 pounds. This racket actually belongs to a good friend of mine, Ed Goodfellow, who we played together in the Middlesex tennis leagues in London. So I've strung this specific racket for him many times, plus all the other times I've strung it for other clients. Great camera angle. Is it better? You think that's better than the ones I did a few days ago, Pablo? Because it's crazy. I've got this one on Instagram where you're watching, and then I've got another one literally above it. I'm actually going to show you guys something pretty funny. You might laugh at this. I've got another phone here, so that means I've got 3 phones, but I'm going to show you something. This is quite, I mean, I thought it was funny before. So before I was using a tripod, and I'll show you what I'm using now. So what's the best way to show you guys this? I got to better put this out. Ready? There you go. Look. Alright, so that's the camera from Instagram story, which I'm streaming live through my my own account, but for Pro Stringer, I guess. And then I've got another one up here, yeah? So as I walk away, you can see what's on there, yeah? It's a coat hanger. I got 2 phones. What do you think about that? Thoughts on the new RPM Power? Well, I haven't tried it personally, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. And to be fair, I've had more people come to me bringing their own string with the RPM spin. So that one seems to be the better seller for babolat already. But I haven't tried it myself. So hard for me to say. I probably, yeah, it's impossible to give you feedback on that. As a player, as a stringer, it's not that different to the RPM Blast. If I remember correctly, I think I've only had one or 2 people come in with RPM Blast. What do you think of it? Cody Birdie. Creativity 2020, bro. What do you mean creativity 2020, Pavlos? Creativity 2021. You know it, boy. So we've done 3 on each side. Then I've done another 3, which is 6. And now I've done 3 on this side, as you can see. I'm on the 4th. Numero 4. How have you been keeping, Pavlos? I actually went for a run today. Something I don't do anymore. I run only on the tennis court. And I run for everything, like you know. Haven't tried it yet either. Yeah. And you, I'm not sure where you are, but I didn't like the RPM rough that much. I don't like any of the RPM strings. I've tried RPM blast twice, 2 or 3 times over the last 7-8 years maybe. And this is actually ironic because I've never had tennis elbow in my life. And I'm still struggling. I haven't played for, okay, I've played, I'm not gonna lie. I played 2 hours on Wednesday, I played an hour and a half on, so I played 2 hours on Tuesday, hour on Wednesday. We're on total lockdown here in London. I know it's maybe slightly irresponsible, but I'm going to a private court. So I get in my car, I drive to the private court, I do my sessions, and I come back. Literally. I'm not even, this week we haven't even gone to the supermarket. We're getting everything Waitrose. So going back to you having not tried you haven't tried out the RPM power yet, but you may not try it for another long time, depending where you are in the world, because I don't know if I heard on the radio the other day, a quarter of the world is on lockdown almost, they were saying, which is pretty horrendous, considering where we're at in life and where we're at in the world, technology, etc. Yeah, it is what it is, right? But RPM power, I haven't tried it, so even if I wanted to recommend one of my own strings, it would be a bit tricky. So we're on the last string, the last main string on this side. Put it up. I like to put the tension up 5 pounds, 5.5 even, if I'm telling the truth. Just sheerly because I don't want any tension loss more than we already lose because we're tying a knot. So there's always going to be a little bit of tension loss, but we want to keep that minimal. A lot of people come to me and they're like, make sure you please, don't give me the racket back with a loose, the last main on each side. And I always tell them, look, I always put it up 5.5 pounds, which is about 3-ish kilos, I think, off the top of my head. It's 1 kilo to the pound. 1 kilo is 2.2 pounds, so I'm 57 pounds, and now it's 62.4. And I've never ever had a complaint of anybody coming back and saying, listen, the last main on each side, the last main string on each side where you've tied the knot is just terrible. So far, so good. And like my friend Christina was saying, she's seen me string when I was 15, 16. And I'm now 33, so you do the maths. I started stringing when I was 12. When I could break my own string. What were we saying? Thoughts on your RPM, creativity, haven't tried it, but I didn't. What soft co-poly you like? Rocking silver string currently. Silver string. Who makes silver string? Is that the brand or the name of the string within the brand? This is our top seller. Everybody that tries it is coming back for more. Pro-string Nemesis. Soft, much softer than RPM Blast without compromising on durability. I love it. I've got a few players, I can't say names just yet, but I've got a few players before this whole coronavirus ordeal. They tried it, they liked it. I gave them 2 or 3 sets each to try amongst my other 4 different copolyester strings. They train in Spain, Alicante, actually, with a good friend of mine who coaches them. And they were actually playing Futures in Turkey just before everything got cancelled. And they said they wanted to keep trying it just to make sure they were happy with the change from, I think one used RPM Blast, or both of them used RPM Blast. And there was another player that without a ranking who plays qualies, Futures qualies. And he was definitely using RPM Blast. He tried the string once and he ordered 3 reels. So that was pretty cool. So just got to wait for players. I mean, we're a very new brand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm doing really well with, well, I was until everybody had to stop playing tennis. I was doing really well actually with sales in Spain, especially in the Costa del Sol, Malaga area. And I used to run a club there with my father a few years ago, which we left. The club got sold, etc. And then, yeah, so I know all the owners of all the clubs down south down southern Spain, Malaga, Marbella way, and they're all buying string off of me because the price is very, very good. I'm giving a very, very good price on the reel, on the set as well. I try to be as competitive as possible. And I'm not gonna lie, there is lots of margin when you are making string directly from the factories. There are huge margins, and I can't believe how much Luxilon get away with charging. I can't believe how much RPM blasts get away with. So RPM blast is normally between 100 and 120 pounds. I'm selling this for 100 pounds, and it's selling like hotcakes. I have other ones here as well, but they don't have the sticker on it. I do everything myself. I string, I sell strings. Another one that's really popular is our Pentagon string, our Pro-string Pentagon string, which the name itself says a lot. It gives you, it's got 5 sides, hence the name. So the Pro-string Pentagon is probably the version, it's a very, very similar version of the RPM Blast Spin. But like I was going back to the price, our pricing is just so much more competitive for a high quality string. Sorry, one of my cameras is just the memory's full. It's an old camera. So let me just sorry. Let's see. That's a shame. Let's see. Just gotta delete some stuff, I guess. All photos. Select. But playability and spin is amazing. Only downside is durability. Pentagon is my favorite. Pablos, you tried the 125. We have that in 128 as well. I get you, man. We break that string quick. Come on. Completely right, Pablos. But we have it at 128. Therefore, that gives us a little bit more durability. I just need to delete a couple videos here to have a bit more space. Which ones am I going to choose? Oh dear, how many pictures do I have here? God almighty. That one. That one. Liam Brody. Pictures with him. Adrian Menendez. Jesus. This is New York pictures, man. Pablos, I'm just going through my old phone. Jesus. Crazy, man. Jim Courier. Ha! Little exhibition we did with Morgan Stanley. Come on. Madison Square Gardens. Wow. That one. Go. That one. I have no idea what that one is. Go. Delete. This is a phone I have not used for a while. My brother winning the Championship of Spain 2015. we'll delete those because they're on YouTube. I think I put them all on YouTube. Alright, I'll have to figure out a way how to connect those videos back together. Okay. On downside, the durability, but played. Cool. Sorry guys, back. Court Birdie, brand and name, German. Okay, where can you buy it? At the moment, you can only buy the string with us, through me. So if you want to send me a message, depending where you are in the world, I can send you a free set to try out. Or I can send you five sets. You break a lot of strings? And where are you based? I lost my YouTube camera there, so I had to just go back and delete a little bit. Oh, and there it goes again. Not meant to be. Right, we'll just I think that's why I got rid of that phone. 32. I think it's just a 32 gigabyte. Maybe 16. Actually gonna go back a few strings here. I just realized one of the grommets have got slightly stuck. It's a good thing I noticed. Oh wait. Oh no. It's because I haven't pulled the string yet. Yeah. Ash Rubin. Nah. I'm sure he opened it and went, ¿Dónde está la playa? You there, Ash? Ashley Rubin, very, very good friend of mine. Cousin of my best friend, who I've known since the age of 12. Let's wait for this guy. So as you guys can see, I'm stringing one ahead. I always string one ahead. What does one ahead mean? It means I've got the one string that I'm going to pull, plus one ahead, one in front. Why? It just makes it that little bit easier to weave the next string. So this next string that I'm going to weave is a lot easier to weave it now, whilst I have this one in already. Yeah, as to weaving it. So if I were to pull this one and just weave one individually, it's a lot harder to weave. Not a lot harder, but a little bit harder. It is a lot harder to weave on an 18-20 stringing pattern, for example. Sorry guys, just gonna add another camera. Leo Camilo. Alright. Just for you, for those that don't know us, Pro-string London. We have a few different locations. One in Moorgate, which is near Liverpool Street, 8 to 10 minute walk away from Liverpool Street. And they're actually all still open during coronavirus, believe it or not. The buildings I pay rent in to use their receptions for people to drop off the rackets haven't shut down. Big company. And they just refuse to close. At least they finally emailed me today saying that they would do 50% off during these tough times, as everybody's using their facility. Reception wise and office space, they have office spaces, but nobody's obviously going in to be able to use their space because we're in lockdown in London. So Moorgate's one of them. Another one is Mayfair, near Oxford Street. 25 Sackville Street is the name of the street, the one in Mayfair. And then we have Victoria, which is across the road from Victoria Station. In the process, the way it works is you drop. Oh, we also have Hammersmith, Richmond and Chelsea. Those three are residential addresses. And the best way to get in touch with us with any questions is to give me either a message through Instagram or text message. And I can always explain better how to drop off your racket. With our drop-off receptions, esto no sonoras, eh? My sister's just connected. ¿Qué pasa, Shanti? ¿Cómo estás? What was I saying? I was saying the way it works to drop our rackets off in the city or the West End is you drop your racket off, the receptionist gives you a label, you fill in the label. The label has all its little different boxes for tension, string, required. You need an express service, which is normally £10 extra or £8 the next day. And then the receptionist will add the label to the racket, and then our turnaround time is about 3 to 4 working days. And the reason I'm stringing at this time is because I have a family and I cannot get any peace and quiet until these times at night. And I believe it's coming up to 11 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. It's 12, so 11:15 I'm guessing. 11:15ish. Alright guys, this is the last string. The last cross string. So always cut the string with a slight angle. Will make your life a lot easier. For some reason that didn't want to go through, went through now without even using the pliers. Up 5 pounds and a half. Clamp. And knot. The knot I use always, and I always boast about it, is the Richard Parnell knot. Richard Parnell, very famous stringer who has strung at all the Grand Slams and many other ATP events. Super nice guy. He's always been, I would say, a little bit of a mentor. Whenever I see him, we always get into long conversations about strings and tennis world, tennis life. He's strung for all the big guys. Nadal, Federer, I'm sure he's strung for absolutely everybody, male and female. I've seen the pictures in his shop. He's got a little shop his brother runs now in Fuengirola, Malaga, Mijas. Super nice people. So Richard, when you see this, don't be looking for faults in my stringing, yeah? Just be, oh, Ray mentioned me. He's actually got a little language academy. I think he's taking a little slightly different approach to things. So he's still stringing and teaching how to string. He's one of the big boys at ERSA. If you want your stringing qualification, it's definitely the place to go. Or I could teach you as well. Richard would definitely be rolling his eyes at that one. So as you see, I was just straightening up a few strings. You don't want your strings to come out all sideways and different shapes. You want everything to come out nice. That's hence the reason, if you go back in the video, that you see I hold every single cross string that I pull, I hold it upwards. So it already, I'm still one step ahead and the string will come out nice and straight. What else? Where are my papers? I've also got some stickers for the neck, for the inside neck part of the racket. You can always remember who strung your racket, what tension, what date, and what string. Roberto Ballesteros, Robert, how's your brother doing and your family? Everybody's good, Roberto. Everybody's good. Everybody's in lockdown in Spain. I'm in London in a very polite lockdown. How's things in Orlando, bro? You guys in lockdown yet? I think in Florida went in lockdown. People respecting it? What's the date today? Good question. The 2nd or the 3rd? What day is it today? God help me. 3rd. Oh no, that's saying 1, so it's the 2nd still. 2nd of the 3rd, 2020. Ray is the stringer. Tension 57 lbs. String Nemesis. Just a nice little detail that I like to give my clients. Once the job is done, it's done. And it just gives it that little finishing touch. Boom. And that's what that looks like. Alright guys. Thanks for you that thanks to you, all of you that tuned in. Keep safe. Keep washing those hands. And respect the rules. If they tell you to stay in, try to stay in, unless it's absolutely necessary. I guess necessity would be work, supermarket, unless you can work from home. Peace out, everyone. Peace out. Till tomorrow, or the next time I'm stringing. Take care, everyone. Peace and love. Ciao.